So, and then the last step is keep it. Financial literacy. How do we put business practices in place and accounting practices in place for our businesses so we're able to keep as much of the money and success that we're going to glean from the other steps. So see it, package it, expose it, be it, keep it. I told you, it's not rocket science. It's just putting it all together so they're all in alignment. That makes sense. Are y'all excited?
Yes. Yes.
Y'all ready to be in school for the next 6 weeks? Now, after each call, we will be sending like the next assignment out. And in between that time, I do expect you to be working on them. So when we get back together on that following Monday, we're able to share what we're doing and get feedback, because that's the only way we get better, right? We sent out the first assignment on Monday. Everybody got it, right? So I would like to take a few moments to kind of go around. We don't have to go through each one, but I would like to hear what were some of your aha moments going through that assignment. Okay. So I'm not going to pick. I'm going to let y'all, whoever want to go first, go first. If don't want to pick, I'm going to just pick a name. But I would like to hear what did you get? What was an aha moment? 1 or 2 aha moments going through that assignment. Yeah, that's where we'll start.
Okay, I'll go. Only because I text Jessica. So I was doing the assignments and I told her, oh my God, like I was so emotional because just writing stuff down and the vision and where do you see yourself and the quotes and stuff, it made me look at me. So I just had a couple of, again, coming back to believing in me. It made me look at me, and she was like, it's almost like that stretch. And she was like, yeah, that's the point. She was like, keep going. So keep going. continue to write, and it was just so much. And you got to be in position with yourself too. If you don't feel good about yourself, if you're not confident in yourself, I think for me is how am I going to project that to another woman? And I want her to feel beautiful. So for me, I think it's a self journey for myself as well as business.
Now let me tell you this. Just a side note. So I'm glad you said that. You're not just going to focus on business, because I love business and all, but I care more about the visionary than the vision per se, if I had to put it in order, because I feel like if we take care of the visionary, the vision will be okay. If I don't address or help you all address some of your own issues, those issues will show up in your business, and they can sabotage your business. So a lot of the blocks that we have personally will show up in your business. A lot of the issues and insecurities we have personally will show up in your business. So I'm a firm believer in those that I coach one-on-one. I do spend time talking about you. Just like when you text me, Dana, I was like, I'm sorry you're uncomfortable, but you got to keep going, baby. We have to keep going, because that same way that you wanted to just pause because it got uncomfortable, we do that in business too. And then we wonder, why am I not at 6 figures? Because we're not willing to push through the uncomfortable. And let me tell you, business is very uncomfortable. It puts you in places personally that you wouldn't volunteer to do. But when you're in business and your business is public and you don't get to choose who comes in and out the door, people will come in and trigger things in you that you may not have dealt with. So the more that you know yourself, the more that you're able to navigate the things that trigger you, that set you off, that still may be issues and that are unresolved. Y'all know the rest. Y'all know. So just so you know, this is not just gonna be just straight business. We're gonna talk about you too. Just a little caveat. Okay, everybody okay with that? Thumbs up. Yeah, do the sign of the cross, Ada, because you know I'm coming. I can't help it. That's just who I can only be authentically me. I'm sorry. I can't be nobody else. It's hard enough being me, but I can only be me. And that's how I am called to help and teach. That's just who I am. Okay, who's next? Thank you, Dana, for sharing.
I was going to say the question about what do you want in life and how do you see yourself in the process of getting it? Going back to what I had said earlier, I'm a faith-based counselor besides being an esthetician. So every time I touch somebody's face, somehow, some way, a counseling session gonna happen. It's just bound to happen. Just people just feel comfortable with pouring out, doing hair, face, whatever. And one of the hard things that I actually had to face was, okay, well, what about you that's underdeveloped? You have a development plan, XYZ, to achieve this, this, and this for others. Where does that come full circle when it pertains to you? Because we wear many hats, right? We're mom, we're business owners, we're this, we're that, and the other. And I found myself being very successful in XYZ. And A was kind of like, you need some work in that. You have an imposter syndrome in that. You look the part, but you're underdeveloped in it. And we need to work on that because it's going to show up in your business. It's going to show up, period. You can't hide that. That's not going to just, you can't cover that. You can't conceal that, so let's deal with that. And that's where God was dealing with me on the underdeveloped parts, because we're successful in many things, but there are some things we're life learners. And so for me to see myself in the process of that, the process is not pretty.
Come on.
And the process is not for a punk. I mean, we can't out of the process. So it's like, okay, God, you got me here wide open and you showing me, and this is not even, this ain't beautiful at all. This is trash right here. We need to let's deal with that. So in that, when I read that question, I was like, oh man.
Keep going.
She coming out the gate with it. Like, let me just put my stuff down and come back. Let me go, come back. And it's like, no, that's it right there. You want to go grab a little something, go and get your little tea, get your little water, whatever. Yeah. But you still have to deal with that. So the process of getting there, it was a stop and go. And that was a key for me, because it was like, okay, in that part of the process of getting there, you would stop. Because you didn't want to go as deep as you take your clients. Why?
That's good.
And I was like, okay, yeah. All right. You got me, God. You got me. So yeah, that part right there. Whew, I'm like, she's coming out the gate with it. Oh my gosh. What am I in? 6 weeks of this. This is just day one. But it's good because it's needed, and I'm excited to be around all the ladies, like for real.
I think that's gonna be our theme for the season. So keep going. Hashtag keep going. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna get y'all shirts made to say hashtag keep going.
Ooh.
Okay, who's next? Thank you for sharing, Ava. That was good.
I'll go since I've been quiet.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so one of the questions was, if I were to make just one radical change in my life right now to make life better, what would it be? And I was like, what? And so I think it will be, same thing, keep going. Like, don't give up, because I'm so easily to give up if it's like, it's not moving on my time. I'm like, oh, forget it. Like, it's never gonna work out, or it was a dream. Like, it's just a dream. Like, dreams don't come true. We have that type of mindset, but in reality, it is. You just have to dream it, work it, keep dreaming it again and again and again until it manifests and come to pass. But like you say, I feel like anything that's worth it you're gonna have to fight. Anything that's you're working towards or want to see happen, it doesn't just come overnight, and it just don't come as a dream. You have to put the work into it, and it may require more than just what you think. Like, oh, just post it on Instagram or post it on Facebook. It's more than just posting or saying, hey, take a picture. Hey, it's me. I do this, I do that, or, come see me. It takes more than that. And so, yeah, if it was one thing I would change, to not give up, to like, if it doesn't go my way, try a different way.
Yeah, that's good. And I want to add something, because when you said something, it triggered a thought. And I'm going to be sending like book suggestions, because a lot of this is mindset training. But I was reading something, I can't remember, but they were talking about habits. And when you said something, anything worth having, sometimes you have to fight for it. And sometimes the hardest fight, more times than not, is with yourself. It's with yourself. And, I'm a geek at heart. I was psych pre-med in college, so I'm a nerd and geek. And they were breaking down the science of habits and the chemistry of habits and what happens in your brain and why habits are so hard to break. And they were saying that your brain is hardwired to find the easiest thing to do. So if it's used to doing something a certain way, it actually takes energy for it to think about or do something a different way. And your brain is kind of hardwired to want to take the easiest route to the end result. So if you have to eat, the reason we tend to eat the same thing is because your brain doesn't have to work to think about eating something different. And that's why when you have to change your diet to lose weight, it feels like, oh my God, this is so hard, because your brain is having to think differently, to actually put work in to think about, versus just the normal, I'm gonna just go get some McDonald's, or I'm gonna just go get, it didn't have to think to do that. It didn't have to work to do that. So we are hardwired to be habit driven, and why habits are so hard to break. It's just the science of it. Your brain tries to do as less work as possible. So it's going to do what it knows. And when we try to do something different than what we have always been doing, it feels hard, because it's work. Your brain is having to work. So like I say, I'm a geek and stuff like that. It's like, ew, that was good.